In the first problem, 115, 112 and 109, the three terms of arithmetic progression are given. The sum of the first 13 terms is to be calculated. As the sum of 13 terms is to be found out, enter three terms in their order. Enter 13 against how many terms total? Enter 0 against the sum of n terms. The program calculates the sum of 13 terms using the formula. To prove that the answer is correct, the subprogram named manual calculates and display the term serial number, term, and sum of terms up to term serial number in each row. In the second problem, 9, 17 and 25, the three terms of arithmetic progression are given. The sum of the first n terms is given as 636. Enter three terms in their order. Enter 0 against how many terms total as this value is not known and is to be calculated. Enter 636 against the sum of n terms. The program calculates the number of terms to be summed up to get 636, using the sum formula. On simplifying the formula, it results in quadratic equation. It gives two values for x variable. Only positive values of x are considered. Because the number of terms never be decimal values or negative values. To prove that the answer is correct, the subprogram named manual calculates and display the term serial number, term, and sum of terms up to term serial number in each row. When the sum gets equal to 636, the program loop terminates. problem, 24, 21 and 18, the three terms of arithmetic progression are given. The sum of the first n terms is not given. Enter three terms in the order of terms given. Enter 13 against how many terms total as this value is known. Enter 0 against the sum of n terms, which is to be calculated. The program calculates the sum of 13 terms, using the sum formula. To prove that the answer is correct, the subprogram named manual calculates and display the term serial number, term, and sum of terms up to term serial number in each row. When the term number gets equal to 13, the program loop terminates. In the fourth problem, 24, 21 and 18, the three terms of arithmetic progression are given. The sum of the first n terms is given as 78. Enter three terms in the order of terms given. Enter 0 against how many terms total, as this value is not known. Enter 78 against the sum of n terms. The program calculates the number of terms, using the sum formula. On simplifying the formula, it results in quadratic equation. It gives two values for x variable. Only positive values of x are considered. Because the number of terms never be decimal values or negative values. This is a peculiar problem as it gives two positive values for x, one is 4 and another is 13. In the previous problem, we have found the sum of 13 terms as 78. Here, the same value we get for the sum of the first four terms also. To prove that the answer is correct, the subprogram named manual calculates and display the term serial number, term, and sum of terms up to term serial number in each row. When the sum of terms gets equal to 78, the program loop terminates. Coming to the fifth problem, the first three terms of arithmetic progression are given. They are 190, 167, 144, which are reduced by a constant number 23. In this problem, the sum of first 20 terms of the series is asked. So, enter the three terms given in their order. Enter the number 20 against how many terms total. Here, the sum of first 20 terms is to be computed. So, enter 0 against the sum of n terms. The program calculates the sum of first 20 terms as minus 570 using the sum of n terms formula. To prove the correctness of the answer, the program uses loop to calculate the serial number of the term value, and the cumulative total of the terms up to that term number and displays them in each row. When the term number gets equal to 20, the controller exits from the loop. From the previous run of the fifth problem, it is clear that the sum of the first 20 terms is minus 570. Now, let us run the fifth problem, entering the three terms 190, 167, 144, which are reduced by a constant number minus 23. Enter 0 against how many terms total, and minus 570 against the sum of n terms. This time the program equates the sum minus 570 to the sum formula substituting other values except the number of terms. On simplifying the sum formula, it results in quadratic equation. On solving it, we get two values for variable n. Only the positive integer is to be considered. It is 20, because the term number never be decimal or minus value. So, the answer is 20. It means first 20 terms sum gets equal to minus 570. To prove the correctness of the answer, the program uses loop to calculate the serial number of the term value, and the cumulative total of the terms up to that term number and displays them in each row. When the term sum gets equal to minus 570, the controller exits from the loop.
The program contains one main function and two sub-functions. They are find factors and manual. Main function. In the main function, the required variables are declared. To get 3 terms, number of terms and sum of n terms, the prompts and input statements are used. Two if statements are used to display the entered values in question format. 1. If, when the term value is given, another, when the sum is given. The output statements after if symbol display the sum formula and its elements. The assign symbol calculates the values from the entered values. If necessary, The first, if symbol, finds the sum when terms count is given. During its process, this section calls the user-defined function, manual with the specified parameters. The other if symbol finds the terms count when the sum of first n terms is given. This section involves finding the solution to quadratic function. For that it calls find factors user-defined function with 3 parameters. From it, the program considers the positive integers as terms count. After that, to prove the correctness of the terms count, it calls manual subfunction to display term no, term value, and cumulative terms total in each row. Find factors function. This function takes the coefficient of x squared and x and constants as parameters. It calculates the product of coefficient of and constant. Then, it finds the factors of that product such that their sum or difference is equal to the coefficient of x to find the two values of x. The positive value of x becomes the terms count to get the specified sum. This entire logic is run through loop and if statements. Study the function step by step with an example. Manual function. This function displays the term number, term value, and cumulative totals up to the current term. In this one, if symbol is used to select the process, when term count is given to find the sum and other, when sum is given to find the term count in the problem. Within each true branch of if symbol, a loop is used to control the loop iterations. The loop stops when the specified condition is met. Other inner loops are used for column alignment. One of the most useful feature of this application is that it generates textual code in more than 18 languages once the flowchart is finished. The other feature is that this flowchart is executable directly, without any compilation. Implementation of any algorithm is very easy and a child-exciting game.
మరిన్ని ప్రయోజనకరమైన వీడియోల కోసం మన ఈ ఛానల్ను సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి. ఈ వీడియో ద్వారా మీరు క్రొత్త విషయాలను నేర్చుకుంటే మీ మిత్రులకు, బంధువులకు వీడియోను షేర్ చేయండి. మీ ఛానల్ను మరింత మెరుగుపరిచే సూచనలను, సలహాలను మరియు విమర్శలను కామెంట్స్ ద్వారా తెలియజేయండి.